Hey everybody, I am back again, this time in my memory spread. I am using a kit. This was a mystery kit by Caress Press. Her shop is not opened at this time, and that is because she had a baby. I don't know if she's going to be opening up her shop again in the future, but we shall see. So, something that I noticed myself doing this week while filming these videos is I don't think my head makes much of an appearance, so yay for zooming in, but I think I end up going out of frame quite a few times, which boo on me. So I apologize in advance when I do that. I notice it and I get back in frame as quickly as I can. So the title of this kit, I want to say, was like Planner Police or something like that. So there was a lot of fashion girls in this and a lot of extra full boxes, which when you see me get down to doing the full boxes, I end up putting a lot of full boxes down because they were just gorgeous and I loved them. And plus I tried to keep my work like specifics out of this planner as much as possible. And besides Monday's debacle of the filter line, we didn't have a whole lot going on, so it just kind of helped fill up space. So what's the story for this week? I don't know. I will say, I did do a little bit of color blocking, as you can see, with like the glitter headers and stuff like, and date covers, and I really love how it turned out. It looks, mwah! I love it. Okay, kids. I got 4 of them, plus 2 dogs and a cat. Yeah. They're great, you guys. Really, honestly, they're amazing. I can't really complain about my children or my animals. We've lucked out, even though neurotic pug drives me nuts. He's one of my son's best friends. Like, they just get along so well, and they cuddle up and all that fun jazz stuff. But anyways, let's see. Kids. So Monday's debacle, if you want to hear Monday's story of what happened with the fridge filter line, go ahead and find my previous plan with me. That will have the entire story there. But after that mental health day, I decided we were going to plan for a movie night on Friday night, but I decided to move it up to Monday night. So we opted not to go to Taekwondo that night. I went out and got us all some food, and we came home and we sat down and we watched Tremors, the first movie with Fred Ward and Kevin Bacon, and we watched that. The kids are obsessed. Can you believe it's been 30 years since that movie's come out? Talk about hashtag I'm old. Is that even cool, or did I just totally make that uncool now? I don't know. Oh, getting old is not cool, because I'm behind the times half the time, it feels like. Anyways, we watched that movie that night. Kids are obsessed, so we're gonna end up having another movie night coming up soon to watch Tremors 2. That will be fun. I'm sure they'll be super excited. So I was doing kind of some color blocking with this, and you'll end up seeing me have to move glitter headers around, and I'm actually really happy that they peeled up easy from this paper. Most of the time they don't. So Monday night was a movie night, and then ended up taking my daughter to dance. We decided not to do Taekwondo again on Wednesday night because it was raining really bad here, and it hadn't rained a lot lately, so I knew that there was going to be like oil slicks. And in fact, when I went to go grab us food for that evening, my car was even slipping around, so I'm really actually glad that we chose not to go to any event that evening. Ended up having a therapy appointment for one of my kids this last week, and then Dungeons and Dragons. So my kids meet up once a week with their friends to do Dungeons and Dragons, which is actually really cool, and it's actually evolving to where the couple of hours that we've given them is actually not enough time. So it's probably going to start coming over to somebody's house is probably what it's going to end up having to do, just so that they can spend more time. But anyways, they meet up at a local library, and they use one of the rooms so that, you know, they're obviously not out in the open and everything and whatnot. And some lady came up to them and was asking them, you know, are you using this room? Obviously they are. And my son ended up having to be kind of the leader in the group to tell her, yeah, we're working on a project. We have this room, and end of story. And just cutting her off, just so that there's not any questions asked or anything like that. Likewise, it's really kind of annoying that when you do reserve a room, somebody just automatically thinks that they can come in and use the room. So that's the thing that they've done, is they've made sure that they've reserved the room, so they're going through proper protocols. But, you know, people want what they want. So I was proud of him for being like, yep, we're working on a project. That's the extent of what she needed to know, and moving on with life. But yeah, so I'm going to probably end up having a house full of boys every week to do Dungeons and Dragons. And honestly, I am completely fine with that. I would rather have a ton of people over here engaging in something productive and meaningful than getting into shenanigans. Because do you remember when you were a teenager? I remember when I was a teenager. And sometimes when boredom sets in, shenanigans sets in. So I'm all for hosting events, which just means we're going to have a lot of pizza. And I don't think any of my kids are going to complain about that at all. I think they'll be completely happy. So, in speaking about my kids, because my kids are fantastic and great, and I'm not just saying that because I'm on a video, I really do believe they're really great kids. I also view my animals as my kids, and my pug is annoying in the sense that he's neurotic, and him and I butt heads all the time. He does not butt heads with my husband, and he does not butt heads with one of my sons, but the rest of us he's like neurotic with. So he definitely has made known who his favorites are, which is completely funny because he stares at me with the most pug bulgy eyes that you could ever see, and he's so sad, and he just wants me to like be there, but if I start moving, it's the end of the world. I mean, just don't move. And I'm like, dude, I gotta breathe. He's great. And then our German Shepherd is fantastic and wonderful. We've been going on weekly walks again. Usually do it either on Saturdays or Sundays, just depends on the day. And she goes nuts. Like, you open up that closet door and she sees her leash, and she gallops like a horse, you guys. Like, she's galloping everywhere, and she's jumping, and she just cannot contain her excitement. I don't think that that's ever going to stop. I really don't. I don't think she's ever going to stop being that way. Even when she's old, she's probably still going to gallop everywhere. Yeah. Well, my cat, oh, my sweetest cat. The running joke is that the cat is my favorite. My children have tried to corner me and catch me off guard to see if I say that one of them is my favorite, or to tell them who's my favorite. And they've never been able to get me because I don't have a favorite child. I love all of my children, and I'm not just saying that. I don't have a favorite child. I know some families do. I equally like all of my children, and I equally love all of my children. I think their personalities are great. So when they do that, the running joke is the cat is my favorite. So if we were all dying on a ship or drowning on a ship, I would choose to save the cat. And they're like, "Wow, tell us how you really feel, Mom." But I mean, the cat is mine, and she is my sweetheart. But she's had some attachment issues lately. So if you know anything about cats, and if any of this strikes you as odd in this story, please let me know down in the comments below. because she's our first cat. I've had cats as a kid, like when I was really, really young, so I wasn't involved with those. But it goes through what seems to be like periods of attachment issues where she can't leave my side. She's like right there under my feet. She's laying down in odd spots where I'm at. And then if I'm laying down in bed, she's coming and she's just jumping up on top of me. And if I have to move her, she's like almost like just digging her claws in so she doesn't have to move. And I don't know if she's trying to tell me something. I've watched her. She's still eating. She's still drinking. Her bowel movements and her urine are fine. We pick her up. She doesn't seem to be in any pain. She meows. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong with her mouth or her tongue. We touch her ears, all of that. Her tail, she lets us touch her tail. So I don't know if this is just maybe her personality where she just rotates through and just has attachment issues with people. I don't know. But if you know, let me know, because I'm at a loss. She's a very, very sweet, sweet kitty and has always been really much of a lover. She loves people and she loves rubbing up on it. And so I'm just wondering if this is just her moment of I'm ready to give some love and I want to be with you. Most of the time she stays out of the way. Like she'll lay off to the side so that she doesn't get stepped on or anything like that. But usually when you're like chilling and whatnot, she's gonna come up and request to be petted. But it's just been a little bit on the attachment side of me finding her, like if I'm working at my desk, she's wrapped up near my cords right next to me, and I'm just like, hey, what's up, kitty cat? What you doing? I don't know. Maybe I just have a weird cat. I mean, she is kind of weird. She never meowed, and so we'd always end up finding her in locked spots because she would sneak in, and yeah, I mean, she is a slightly weird cat. But that's okay. We'll take it. I'll take it. At least she's not mean to anybody. She's sweet to the dogs. Mojo. Okay, the pug. He's so mean to her, you guys. He is so mean to her. If she's coming down and she's just like standing there, not, instigating anything, he will literally just run up to her and headbutt her. Like, he slams his head into her. It's funny, but it's also disturbing at the same time of like, are you kidding me, dog? Are you kidding me right now? Like, you're literally going to headbutt the cat. It's the funniest thing in the world, but it's also like, geez, having a little bit of an issue with the cat here. She's not doing anything. Okay, granted, Mojo was our first pet. We had him for a while before we even introduced the cat. And then after we introduced the cat, we got a dog. So I get it. He's probably like, are you kidding me right now? Like, this is ridiculous. I was the only child, and I want to still be the only child. But, it is whatever. So we're finishing up right now in this beautiful, beautiful spread. So click the subscribe button, leave me a comment, give this a thumbs up, share the video, click that bell so you are notified when I upload another video. And we'll see you later. Okay? Bye, guys.